our shortcut to being, well, really well-informed. We take all the source material, the research, the notes, and we pull out the most crucial bits, the surprising stuff, just for you.
Okay, today we're digging into something huge, AI's impact on Google search. It's changing everything for anyone trying to get found online. And we're looking at this through some really sharp research, especially from Daniel, founder of Veridictas, AI-powered marketing. He's been tracking how these shifts hit different sectors with a, frankly, kind of alarming focus on law firms.
That's right. And the material we're drawing from maps out this clear change. It started with Google's Search Generative Experience, SGE, remember that buzz? Now it's officially rolled out as AI overviews. So we need to unpack those
Yeah.
and talk about this whole zero-click results thing they're fueling, plus this new strategy that's popping up everywhere. Answer engine optimization, AEO. Right, so our mission today basically is to get our heads around these changes, figure out what they really mean for visibility online, especially if you're, say, a law firm or in a similar kind of expert field, and, try to understand what adapting looks like now as we head into 2025. Let's dive in.
Okay, yeah, let's start with the big shift inside Google itself. The main thing is that SGE, that experimental thing from 2023, it went mainstream, rolled out wide on May 14th, 2024, rebranded. Now it's Google AI Overviews.
AI overviews. So
Yeah.
not just links anymore. Google's giving us what
Exactly. Think of it like Google using its AI, the latest Gemini model, Gemini 2.5, they announced at AEO 2025.
Yeah.
Basically, read a bunch of search results and write a summary for you, a direct answer right at the top, often before you even see any website links.
And are people saying these a lot, or is it still kind of niche?
Oh, not niche at all. The data we're looking at, Daniel's research highlights this too. It shows a really, really fast rollout. Back in August 2024, maybe 25% of searches had them. By May 2025, almost half, 49%. That's huge. They're taking up a ton of screen space, that valuable top spot, and it went global fast, over 100 countries by October 2024.
Wow, okay. So nearly half the time I search now, I might get Google's AI answer first before any links.
That's the reality, yeah. And it's not just the summary either. There's also this thing called AI mode. If your question's tricky or you want to ask a follow-up, you can chat with the AI. Basically, still Gemini 2.5 powered. It's designed to, keep you on Google for longer, deeper dives.
So Google's trying to be the destination, the answer engine, not just the directory. But I have heard, haven't there been issues like these AI answers aren't always confusing dates, weird advice, that sort of thing?
You're right to bring that up. Yeah, absolutely. There have been documented cases, getting facts wrong, dates mixed up. Google knows. They've said they're working on it, improving accuracy. Rolling out Gemini 2.5 is supposedly part of fixing that. But yeah, it's definitely had some growing pains.
Okay, so Google's becoming this powerful answer provider right there on the results page. This seems like it connects directly to another trend. Zero-click searches. This is making that worse or more common.
Exactly. It's supercharging it. Zero-click is just what it sounds like. You search, you find the answer you need right there on Google in a snippet, a knowledge panel, or now increasingly these AI overviews, and you never actually click through to a website.
And the numbers on that are pretty significant, right?
They really are. Paint a clear picture. In 2024, something like 65% of global Google searches ended without a click on mobile. Even higher. Over 75%. Because the screen's smaller, the answer's right there, and projections show it climbing. Likely over 70% globally this year, 2025. Fewer people needing to visit your actual website to get their initial answer.
Okay, but here's where I'm seeing some conflicting signals in the research Daniel flagged. Google says one thing about clicks in AI overviews, but independent data, it looks different. What's going on there?
Yeah, this is a really critical point. Google's official line is something like, AI overviews help with complex questions, and the links inside the AI overview actually get more clicks than if they were just regular blue links lower down.
Okay, that sounds potentially good if you get cited in the overview. But the other studies?
The independent data paints a tougher picture for traditional organic traffic. Studies are showing big drops in click-through rates, CTR, when an AI overview is present. One case showed a 56% drop in clicks for the #1 organic result when an AIO appeared above it. Others show like a 34.5% average drop for that top spot when an AIO is there.
Whoa. Okay, so Google says links in the AIO do okay, but the presence of the AIO itself seems to mean fewer clicks overall on the traditional links below. What does that suggest about Google's strategy?
It strongly suggests Google's succeeding at keeping users inside its own world, its walled garden, right? The AI overview gives you the summary, maybe click a link in there. But lots of people who would have clicked a regular link before are now just satisfied. They got the gist. It reduces the need to leave Google. And that directly hits the value of just ranking #1 in the old way.
Okay, so if just ranking high doesn't guarantee clicks anymore,
Yeah.
how do you get seen? How do you get Google's AI to even, use your information in the first place? This sounds like the problem answer engine optimization, AEO, is trying to solve.
Precisely. AEO is the necessary next step, the strategic response. If Google's becoming an answer engine, well, you need to optimize your stuff to be the answer. It's about structuring your content so the AI can easily find it, understand it, pull out the key bits, and maybe feature your info in that AI overview or a snippet, or even read it out in a voice search.
How's that different from, the SEO we've all been doing for years? Isn't it the same thing?
Not quite. There's overlap, but the goal is different. Traditional SEO. The main goal was ranking high in the blue links to drive clicks to your site. You focus on keywords, backlinks, page speed, technical stuff, all for better ranking position. AEO. Yeah, it builds on good SEO, but the primary goal shifts. It's not just ranking. It's about being chosen by the AI, cited, being the source for the direct answer. That means focusing on clear, concise answers to specific questions, using conversational language, and using technical hints like structured data to help the AI grab your answer easily.
So the win isn't just the click anymore. It's being the source the AI quotes.
That's a huge part of it, yeah. Now, really important. AEO doesn't replace SEO, let's be clear. You absolutely need the fundamentals: technical SEO, site speed, mobile friendliness, and EEAT: experience, expertise, authoritativeness, trustworthiness. Google's AI isn't citing junk. It needs to trust your site first. AEO is like the layer on top, the fine-tuning to say, hey, AI, the answer you need, it's right here, clear, trustworthy.
Okay, so what specifically is the AI looking for when it decides which answer to pull for an overview or a snippet?
The research, like Daniel's work, points to a few key things. First, the content needs to be easily abstractable. The answer shouldn't be buried in a huge wall of text. Clear structure helps massively. Using headings that are the question, short paragraphs for answers, bullet points, lists. And, like we said, authority and trustworthiness are paramount. EEA signals are crucial. The AI wants credible sources.
And does this AEO stuff actually work? Is there proof beyond just, theory?
Yeah, the early data suggests it does. Companies focusing on this answer-first content structure. They are seeing more appearances and featured snippets in those answer boxes. We're seeing examples highlighted in the research of brands getting mentioned by name in AI overviews, which boosts visibility, builds authority, even if it doesn't lead to an immediate click. It's about influencing the AI's knowledge.
Okay, let's zoom in on what Daniel's research really stressed: the impact on law firms. Why are they facing such a tough challenge with all this?
Yeah, this is where it really hits home for specific sectors. Daniel's findings show the legal niche gets hit by AI overviews way more than average. An October 2024 study he cites found legal searches triggered AIOs. Get this, 77.67% of the time.
Wow, nearly 78%.
Yeah.
That's not almost half. That's almost always. Why legal specifically?
Well, think about legal questions. They're often complex, right? People need definitions, explanations of processes, how things work. That's perfect fodder for AI summarization. So if someone searches, what is probate, or how does small claims court work, Google's AI is very likely to step in and try to give a direct summary right at the top.
And for law firms relying on people clicking through from search results, it's a massive risk.
It's a potential existential threat, honestly. The research uses strong language. It warns that law firm websites risk swiftly becoming obsolete if they don't adapt. Seriously, the old model. Rank for personal injury lawyer, get clicks, get leads. But if almost 80% of potential clients see an AI answer first, an answer that might satisfy their initial query, then, like Daniel's work puts it, simply having a website is no longer enough.
So it's shifting from being found in a list to influencing what the AI itself says about the law.
Exactly that. The AI is becoming this major gatekeeper. It summarizes, it validates, and the sources show these legal AIOs. They often link out to official court sites, big legal portals like FinLaw, places the AI sees as highly authoritative. So for a smaller firm, getting your expertise cited in there becomes the new challenge. It's like Daniel suggests, firms are now in an answer economy. Your value online is providing immediate trusted answers that influence the AI, not just having a brochure website.
Okay, so for a law firm listening right now, or anyone in a similar field seeing lots of AIOs, what are the concrete steps? How do they actually do AEO?
Right, the strategy has to change. Make your expertise AI friendly. Based on Daniel's research and the sources we looked at, here's the focus. First, content. Make it question-centric, super concise. Structure pages around the actual questions clients ask. Use the question as a heading, like an H2 or H3. Follow immediately with a clear, direct answer. The ideal length for AI to grab seems to be around 40-60 words. Short, punchy. Think FAQ sections. Detailed how-to guides, but broken down simply. Clear definitions.
And EAT still matters, you mentioned that.
Hugely, but you need to show it actively in ways the AI registers. Feature your attorney's credentials, their experience, put it right there in author bios, link to their profiles, back up legal claims, cite statutes, case law, reliable sources, and crucially, the research really emphasizes this: don't just publish tons of unedited AI-generated content. AI doesn't have real experience. Your human expertise is the differentiator. That's the trust signal. Oh, and use natural language, right? Like you're talking to a client, not like a textbook.
What about the technical side? Anything specific there?
Structured data. Schema markup. It's basically essential now. Use types like FAQ page, how-to, article, maybe speakable for voice, and definitely local business. This tells Google's AI explicitly what your content is about, helps it pull info accurately. And local is still huge for lawyers, right? So Google business profile, absolutely vital. Optimize that GBP listing. Keep your name, address, phone, NAP consistent everywhere online. That's key for near-me searches. Interestingly, branded searches, people searching for your firm's name, are less likely to trigger AIOs, and they can even see a CTR boost. So building your actual brand name recognition is still super important.
Okay, and if clicks aren't the main goal,
Yeah.
how do you even measure if this AEO stuff is working?
Yeah, you got to shift your metrics. Fundamentally, stop obsessing only over organic rank and clicks. Start tracking. Are you getting cited in AI overviews or snippets? That's an AI citation rate. Track brand mentions within AI answers. Monitor impressions, how often your content could have been seen, click or not. Look at referral traffic. Is any coming from AI tools or answer boxes? Success looks different now. It's about visibility, influence, being the trusted source within the AI results. And one last thing, off-site authority. Since AI learns from the whole web, building your reputation beyond your own site matters more. Get mentioned in the news, on reputable legal blogs or sites. Participate in relevant online forums where legal questions get asked. These external signals help convince the AI you're a real authority.
Wow. Okay. This has definitely been a deep dive. The picture is pretty clear. Google's fundamentally changing. From link directory to answer engine, that means we have to change. From optimizing just for clicks to optimizing for being seen, trusted, and cited by the AI.
It really is. And for fields like law, where AIOs are so dominant, Daniel's research makes it clear, adapting isn't optional, it's essential. Implementing AEO, becoming that AI-trusted source. That's the competitive edge now. Those stuck in the old ways will struggle.
So here's something to really think about as you process all this. A final thought for you. In this new answer economy, where AI is increasingly the middleman between a question and the answer, how are you making sure your expertise, your knowledge, isn't just sitting on a web page somewhere, but is actually structured, presented, packaged in a way that these machines can understand, trust, and, crucially, cite? What does it really mean to package your unique value for the AI that's reshaping how your audience finds information? Something to mull over. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into AI overviews and answer engine optimization. We really hope it's given you a clearer